Where's Spooby?
Hello YouTube and welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. We're here for the Wholemade Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series race here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. What are we looking at, Devin? Okay.
Tonight.
Oh yeah, Malico.
What's going on?
Just make the lobby private.
Huh?
Yeah. Alright. That's fine.
Yeah, you have to redo it.
Yep. Alright, tell me when the timer hits 0, boys. 10? Alright. You two, Ripper, Sticky, be ready to join? Alright, I'm hopping in. Alright. Yeah, Sticky, Ripper, do you need invites? Or can y'all join in?
I'm gonna sign it, Joshua.
Alright.
Very bottom right hand corner. Yeah, I don't see it. I see it. I just see loading. Yeah, lower than that. You're right. Not there. Like that fine.
Don't see it.
That's fine. Alright. Hello, Facebook Live. Welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. We're here for the Wholemade Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series race here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. It's going to be a fun one tonight. These drivers are ready to go on this just over a mile egg-shaped oval. The green flag is in the air. Dan leads us to turn number 1. We have 22 laps in our hands here in this first stage. They shall easily make it on tires and fuel. Looking to the outside of Dan, that's the 3 of Burton.
And it's 100% a race.
It is 100%, it's 100 laps.
Or a 50% a race, 100 laps. Sorry. I was looking at the 100 up there.
That's fine. So Dan able to clear Burton for the early lead here. A lot of contact further back. Looks like we stay straight, stay green. Oh, the 95 to Dylan. Newcomer into the league. He's up in the outside wall early. Trying to keep it up there, keep it straight, and not try to hit anybody.
Now, my thing is, Emerson, can Dan pull it off again? He won the trucks and he won the expanding. Can he
gonna let the 8 by?
Yeah, can. It'll be interesting, yeah. Yeah, last week, Dan was able to pull the sweep of the trucks and the Bandits cars. This week he was able to do the same. Can he get the Outlaws victory tonight? It's only 10 laps longer than last night's race, and fuel and tire wear looks to be in his favor.
Exactly, it's 2 times tire wear, 50% race. It's at night, and we're at Gateway. The Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway.
Alright, that's fine. It's fine. Just do whatever you have to do. Heading back into turn 1. Dan holding the lead steady. You see Miz there in third, trying to close the gap. And Clutch rising to the occasion in 4th. The top 4 they're starting to pull away. This is exactly what we expected with a full setup league race, and on a more skill-based oval. That the setups and the skill of each driver would start to come into play more and more as we run longer green flag runs. And it's just showing. You see party people.
And we got Dan in first, followed by the 3 of Burton, followed by the 24 of Miz.
Yeah, yes, I just went over this.
The 33 Clutch.
Alright. And we have the battle for 6 going on. You see Randy passing party people up by the high side. Grizzly goes on by. Party people dropping like a rock. So Ripper, what are we gonna see here tonight that is different from the trucks and bandits races we saw last night?
Well, not much. They still got a break in them turns. They still got that small corner in turn 3 and 4. They still have to break.
How about the battle for the race lead? Burton and Dan make contact. Burton shoots up to the race lead. Dan up into the outside wall. Has to cut back down in front of Miz. And now Dan's trying to size up Burton to get an advantage back into turn number 1. Sorry to cut you off there. That was just, the battle for the race lead.
Yes. And Miz
Burton.
I want in on this battle.
Burton caught the curb a little bit. Allows Dan to close the gap.
Right along with Miz. But like I was saying, not much you're gonna see different because they still have to break the turns, and tire wear probably would be a factor, even though it gets tight.
Yeah, me too.
But
even though I gained spots from that.
The right side would wear it than the left.
And there's a caution on the speedway, apparently. There's a miscommunication, I guess. We didn't hear it. This half of the field we're in a party chat with did not hear the caution called. So the caution is out on the speedway unexpectedly. Burton is your race leader. Looks like pit road is closed. So who was all involved in that wreck? So party people and Grizzly got together. That's most likely the two that caused this caution. Looks like the 14 car is the cause car. I can do that. So here, Ripper, this is already different from last night. We're working our first manual caution of the day very early in tonight's race.
It's already our third.
Pit road is open this time to the lead lap cars, which should be everybody.
How are we already on our third?
We're not even into double-digit laps yet. We're working lap 9 of 22 here in the first stage.
Yeah, and you guys saw it yesterday. Dan, sweat both races, the Xfinity and the trucks. Is he going to be able to sweep tonight and make tonight a 3-header win for him in 1 week?
Already facing adversity early, losing the race lead early to the 3 car of Burton. Here we go, pit road is in full effect.
I was gonna say, I thought
they did fix it, but to the broadcast we can still see them unghosted. But in the cars, they are actually ghosted on pit road. They just didn't show that on the broadcast. You see Burton down and away. He's gonna beat barely Miz over Dan. Oh, and Burton's going straight off. Whoa, Miz just pushed Burton straight into the outside wall. I don't think they had control of their cars. That is right. 704 Games did just update this game tonight. Oh, he definitely should get the spot back if it was out of his control, but it's just wild what happened here. Yeah, he might have damage.
They're both gonna go back down the road because they got a lot of damage on them.
Yeah, and there they go into the pit lane. I don't believe they'll get their spots back now because they have to make an extra pit stop. That is a wild situation that's happened there, but the field is doubled up. I don't believe we'll be going green this time unless Burton and Miz can get caught up. Dan is our race leader. He will choose the outside lane just as he did all last night amongst the 2 races in the Gunman Truck Series and the Bandit Series. We'll have the 37 of Clutch to his inside. Then row 2 will have the 62 of Randy, the 6 of Corey. Row 3 will have the... you can find them. We have the 47 of Addy and the 8 of Controller Hog. Row 4 will get 1 to go this time by. Row 4 will have the 11 of Malenko, the 12 of Dakfu. Row 5 will have the 41 of I can remember that. Yeah, I can remember that. That's Devin. And the 42 of Freak to his outside. Following them we'll have the 95 of Dylan, the 13 of Bud, and behind them we'll have the 14 of Grizzly and the 9 of Party People. We also have Miz and Burton in the 24 and the 3 catching each other. So this caution was on the 14 car? Alright. So, Ripper, what are we gonna see on this restart?
It's kinda iffy. Now, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some 3 wide racing at the start.
Alright, but we are double wide and ready to go. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again at Gateway. Dan soars into turn 1, a huge gap, and he'll be clear easily into turn 1. About Clutch trying to fight with Corey. This is the battle for second.
Oh yeah. Not a question.
And Corey falls in line in third.
No, my question is for you, Emerson.
Yes?
What are you expecting in tonight's race that's going to be different from...
I kind of tested it to this earlier. If we're able to get longer green flag runs in tonight's race, we'll see the field string out. Oh, Big Rick in the back! It's the 12 of Dakfu involved! We have the 95 of Dylan. There's a caution on the speedway and the 24 of Miz.
No, that's the second time he's had damage on his car tonight that I know of.
Looks... I believe pit road should be closed this time. Just so much confused and people trying to get relined back up. We are working lap 14 of 22 here in this first stage. Can we get the cause cars? I saw the 12 and 95 jumbled together. I don't know if the 95 hit him next though. Twelve and 8, 12 cause. Alright, so that's the first strike against the 12 of Dakfu. Pit road is open to the lead lap cars. Alright, so what we were attesting to earlier today, or earlier on the first caution period of the day, we're already working our second manual caution period of the day. Earlier today, 704 Games dropped an update for this game to fix the problem we had on pit road. We actually mentioned it during last night's broadcast yesterday, last night's broadcast. I didn't have to say yesterday. These drivers, they are ghosted in the pit road now because what happened yesterday, and pretty much from the launch of this game, I think one update into the game, these guys would be solid on pit road. The AIs would take over. They wouldn't have any control, and the AIs would try to get them into their pit boxes, and it would start causing pile-ups and damage. And now you can witness right here as everybody's pulling into their pit stalls. We still see that. But on the driver's screen, they are ghosted. but you saw what happened at the exit of pit road, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I don't know, but Corey comes out as the race leader.
But the 47 right behind
Yeah,
him.
the 11 has to go to the grass. Looks like everybody is fine for the most part. We'll see. Oh, the 8 and the 24 come out together. The 8 comes to a complete stop. Yeah, the 8 and 12, they will be restarting at the rear of the field. Just a wild situation here. But alright, so we're going to get one to go this time by the start-finish line. Check out this front row. We have Corey and Addy. They're both very fast. They just haven't really shown much speed this weekend. Let's see what happens tonight in the Cup race. Oh. So we're lined up. We're on the 1 to go now, working under this caution period. We will be going green with 6 laps to go in the stage. I'm sorry, we'll be going green with 5 laps to go in the stage. So this will be interesting. Remember, the top 5 drivers are the ones who get stage points at the end of stage 1. So let's go through our running order here under this caution period. We have row 1 comprised of the 6 of Corey, the 47 of Addy. Row 2, the 20 of Dan, the 37 of Clutch. Row 3, the 95 of Dylan, the 11 of Malenko. Row 4, the 62 of Randy, the 41 of Devin. Row 5, the 42 of Freak, and the 9 of Party People. Row 6, we have the 13 of Bud, and I believe that's the 14 of Grizzly. Row 7, the 24 of Miz, the 3 of Burton. And row 8, the 12 of Dagfu, the 8 of Controller Hog. 16 drivers ready to go, double wide. 5 laps to go in this stage. Let's see what happens, because green flag back in the air. We're racing once again at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Soaring into turn 1. Corey clear of the rest of them. Now Dan looking to the inside, but Corey's going to clear off of turn number 2.
No, we're looking at the same thing that happened last week, too. Right now, we're looking at the same thing that happened last week. Corey got the lead, and he just drove away. 3 wide back there.
Yeah, 3 wide deep in the pack. Now Dan looking to the inside of Corey now. We have 4 laps to go. He's trying. Remember, we talked about it all last night, that the passing on the inside lane is so tough, especially with a good car in the outside lane. It is just so hard to pass on the inside here, but Corey slides way up the track. Now Dan has the advantage. Can Corey get the run off the exit? And Dan will clear Corey, coming to 3 laps to go in this stage.
Dan saying, I want them points.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, how about Corey coming right back with the crossover? In the turn 1, side by side, off of turn number 2. 3 to go.
Learning what I'm saying now. Oh, we got Dan still in the lead, followed by the 6.
Sliding up the track.
The 6,
Corey trying to get the lead back once again, coming around to 2 laps to go. But look at how strong Dan is on the outside. They were 3 wide for a split second. 2 laps to go here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Yep.
Exactly.
No, I think that outside lane is just so strong. I really don't think we're coming around to the last lap. We're still on 2 to go, but Dan has a sizable margin over Corey as we come to the last lap of stage number 1. 1 lap to go. Can Corey get back to him?
1 lap to go. Can Corey catch him in these last 2 turns?
It'll be interesting to see, but I think Dan just has that big of a gap. Now the battle is on further back. How about this for 3rd? Addy in 3rd. We got Malenko in 4th, and the battle is Randy and Clutch for 5th. Malenko trying to look to the outside of Addy. It's going to be battles all amongst these 4. Coming off of turn number 4, side by side to the line. 3 wide for 5th, or for 4th, but it was Addy 3rd, Malenko 4th, and Randy 5th. Yeah, Dan gets the stage victory. Corey second. Again, Addy third. Malenka fourth. Randy fifth. Those are the top 5 getting stage points here at the end of stage number 1. What a wild first stage. We already had 2 manual cautions today. So let's see what happens here in stage number 2. Let's take a moment. Catch our breath. We'll line them up double wide and we'll try it again. But before you do that, make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs.
So what are you expecting at this restart, or at this restart of this for the first second stage?
It's gonna be a wild one, but here we go. Back to racing. Green flag back in the air. It goes a little wild, but how about this? Corey taking over the race lead here on the first lap of stage number 2.
Now, if you were Dan, would you be making any adjustments to your car in that pit?
All the time, because I am pretty sure his competitors are making adjustments. You always try to stay one step ahead of the competition, but right now he is the competition. Corey right now holding steady. There's a lot of gaggling of cars behind them. Two wide up and down the field, pretty much from third on back. I'm sorry, fourth on back. Corey and Dan, looks like these two will be class of the field early on in this race. Dan takes over the race lead. A lot of the 41 into the wall. Caution on the speedway.
Oh, Dan's got the lead.
Yep, he took over the race lead entering turn 1. Yeah, he just worked so hard to get by Corey, and not even a lap later, the caution is out.
But they're racing it back to the line.
Yep, racing back to the start-finish line, looks like.
And
Dan will lead us here at the caution, and it looks like 941 are the 2 cause cars, with the 9 getting his first strike of the night. Yep, it will be wild. We got a long way to go. Pit road is open to the field.
When's Canadian Tire? Damn it! Wanted to know when Canadian Tire was, but I found out not. Well, it's been passed already. It's my only good road course.
Okay, but here we go. The field is on pit lane. Maybe. Alright, Malico, if Dylan wonders, I have to mute him because his voice was coming through on stream. Here you go, the field is in pit lane. Dylan's voice was coming through on stream, so I muted him.
So what they did is they fixed it to where people aren't going all hectic on pit road now, or?
Yeah, so that's what they did. They ghosted each other. Here we go, the race off of pit road. Oh, Corey gets Dan. Oh, whoa, they had to come to a complete stop. What is going on? Yeah, this is not good. Somebody's gonna have to get all this evidence and set it to 704 games. This is a terrible patch. Yeah, well, yeah, duh. I know we're broadcasting. Wow, this patch is terrible. Yeah, look, half the field has to come back to pit road to fix damage. That is terrible. It's ruining this league race. It's something so simple. That's right. It's terrible. It shouldn't be a problem.
That is true. It could be. I don't know. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a wild situation that's going on here.
It's that situation where it's kind of iffy. You know what I mean there, Emerson? It's like one of them situations that's like really.
So I do want to give a shout out while we're working an extended caution period because there's a lot of cleanup from this pit road melee from the patch they added in today. You just see the calamity it's causing. There's cars stuck on pit road 95 just getting out of pit road with repairing damage. This is not cool. 9 is coming out of pit road. My goodness. Yeah, controller quit, but yeah. I wouldn't blame him though. This is terrible. But I do want to shout out. We had 5 viewers on the Facebook Live and a couple on YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I know there's a lot of other big sim racing events, but thank y'all for choosing this one tonight.
Well, since we're under an extended caution, I'd like to tell the viewers to go check out.
Looks like we might be able to go green this time.
Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for all your CBD uses and needs.
Yep, CBD-based products. Yep.
Products and and uses.
All right, we're gonna go another lap under this caution period, and understandably so. It's out of the the league admins control. And
it's kind of all of our control because it's basically the game.
I understand why they made the patch, but they really should have tested the patch in mass multiplayer races. Yeah, this was something.
They should have tested
this is something. So when the Eutechnics NASCAR games had ghosted race cars, and there was 2 cars inside of one another, they would not unghost the cars until they were fully separated from each other. Essentially. But here we go. We're double wide. We're ready to go. Working an extended yellow here. But we're finally going to get back to racing. Working lap 8 of 19 here in stage 2. We'll be going green with 11 laps in this stage. Coy and Dan make up row 1. Malenko Clutch row 2. Randy Bud row 3. Grizzly Addy row 4. Miz and Freak to his outside, make up row 5. We're double wide, ready to go back to racing once again at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again. Corey clear of the field. Dan's able to hold on to the second. How about Malenko working his way out towards the front now, seeing if he can hold on here in third. Well, you see Addy trying to head out to the highway there through the opening. Dan and Corey, they'll be battling all day like this, but as they continue to battle, how about Malenko getting even closer? Malenko dives it in there under the... Yep, that's our co-commentator, but it's okay, Sticky, you and I still got this. Malenko and Dan now going toe-to-toe for second. This is going to allow Corey to pull away a little bit, which is not what Dan wants to hear. We'll be coming around to 9 laps to go here in stage number 2. Remember, Clutch and Randy also rounding out the top 5. Those 5 at the moment would be getting stage points. It will be something to see, but it looks like they are on very equal playing grounds. Up at the 13, abundant to the wall. They're 4 wide back there. Oh, the 13 into the wall. The 47 goes around the 3. The 47 back in the track. The 3's wrecking big. The 95's wrecked back there. Caution on the speedway, undoubtedly. Yep. And Corey. So whoever sent the 13 into the outside wall, I believe is the cause of this. 42 and 3, 42 cause. Alright, so this is our 4th manual caution of the day. We're only working stage number 2. We're working lap 12 of 19. Hopefully, pit road is open this time. Hopefully this is not a long caution period, because the end of the stage is on the horizon. I would advise everybody, to give a little bit of a gap entering pit road, because it's just hectic out there. But even then, the AIs are gonna try to gap everybody, or close the gaps between everybody. Yeah. It's absolutely wild. I really feel for these drivers. Yeah. Alright, and he is back. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, y'all aren't ghosted to us in the booth, though. That's the wildest thing. We see everybody still slamming into each other like they are. It looks like everybody's coming out decently. Looks like Miz. Looks like we came out pretty clean from this round. I think this is partially to everybody kind of giving a little space on pit entry. And I think it kind of worked out. It's sad that we have to resort to it. Alright, we will be going green this time by, rightfully so. The stage end is approaching. We'll be going green with 6 laps to go. We're double wide and ready to go. Corey and Dan make up the front row as the field approaches the restart zone. And it's a green flag back in the air. Racing once again on Worldwide Technology Raceway. Corey's going to head us down to turn number 1. How about Dan way up high? Trying to get the run on the exit. He's going to follow. Oh! Looks like Dan and Malin can make slight contact.
I've learned from last night to never doubt Malico.
Yeah, no, you never doubt that guy in the 11 car. Look at him soaring up now, trying to get to the inside of the 20 of Dan. And as soon as I say that, back into turn number 1, Malico now trying to hold on to that 3rd position. He has the 37 of clutch to his outside. This is coming around to 4 laps to go in the stage. Did I just hear the great Corey say that he's slow? That is a news headline. I hope I'm not. How about Dan closing the gap to the back bumper of that acorn number 6? So with 4 laps to go, we're coming around to 3 laps to go. Corey down low, Dan looking up high. This is looking like a stage end for the ages. Nose to tail down the front stretch. 3 laps to go in stage 2. Dan trying to size up his options to try to get around Corey. But we can around to 2 laps to go this time by the start-finish line.
Now the question is do you have faith that Dan can pass Corey in the 6 car?
I have faith that he can, but now it's putting himself in the right position. Coming around to 2 laps to go.
No, it's going to be tough. He's got to get right in the right
Pit
spot.
road is close. Now he looks further back. Clutch in 3rd, Malico in 4th. The battle for 5th is raging on between Party People and Randy. Party People and Randy are side by side for
on the
5th.
outside, so let's see
And
if
Randy
Dan goes
cleared.
on the
Look
outside.
at Miz going for 6th from Party People. Maybe he's gonna get stage wins by the time this one's over. He's clear of Party People for 6th. Now looking for 5th.
Last
One lap to go
stage
here
2.
in stage number 2. Miz and Randy make contact. They both slide up the track. And now Miz into the 5th position. That is for a point. Here we go. Nose to tail into turn 3. What has Dan got? He drives it into the center of the corner, but it looks like this is all about that 6 car. Corey's going to come off of turn 4. He will win stage 1. It'll be Dan 2nd, Clutch 3rd, Dan 4th, I'm sorry, stage 2, and Miz comes home 5th.
Nice. Exactly, early in the race. Now, now Emerson. Question, and it's about the race. If you was on the track tonight, you were driving one of these cars, okay, Emerson?
Yeah.
And you had to do a green flag pit stop. Would you and you had 5 seconds worth of damage? Would you repair your damage or wait till the end of the
Yes,
stage?
because it just means so much at this track. That question took way too long. You should have said, would you
Alright.
pit if you have 5 seconds worth of damage, and I still would have said no. But here we go, we're doubled up, ready to go. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts and CBD-based products and needs. Here we go, we're double wide, ready to go. The 6th of Corey
We're
on the
going back.
inside,
Green
and
flag racing,
green flag
green
back
flag
in the air
racing.
at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Corey and Dan neck and neck into turn number 1. We have a 53 lapper on our
last
hands here in stage number 3.
We got a what?
53 laps.
Ooh. Now what are they gonna do in them 53 laps?
So
Looks like
Corey
we got
clear
three
to the
wide back
race
there.
lead over Dan.
Oh, and Dan just stops the 37 in his track.
Dan has to hold up the 37 of Clutch, who's now looking to his outside. Dan's got to do a lot of blocking. A lot of contact behind them. Clutch sliding up. Looks like contact from Miz and or Malenko.
Uh-oh.
Look at this
So
gaggle
that,
of
I
cars
wonder-
for 3rd. Clutch up high. Miz down low. Burton and Malenko in the wings. Look at Randy there with Party People.
Oh, cars
Oh, around
spinning.
goes to 12. Looks like he went on with the 41. Looks like we're staying green. Look
Dan
at
on the
Dan
outside
trying
again.
to diamond the corner. He's trying to get the run on the exit. How about Corey? Up high. Dan gets the run on the backstretch. Now he looks down low. And Dan now with the advantage through 3 and 4, trying to clear Corey side by side, coming off of turn number 4. And Corey into the wall. And now Dan has a huge advantage over the 6 car of Corey.
That was very impressive. I say that was a gutsy move, but it was impressive.
Well, it wasn't a gutsy move. He saw his opportunity. He diamonded the corner. He did it beautifully, by the way. So he set himself up. Corey had a slow center of turns 1 and 2. Dan was able to get the run off the corner by diamonding the corner, getting a good exit, and then set himself up into turn number 3 with the inside lane. And then Corey unfortunately hit the wall on the exit of turn 4. It was a beautiful pass. How about Burton now sizing up the 6th car of Corey? Maybe he can get into this battle for second. Remember, Burton started this race from the front row. He started second. Dan hits the outside wall for turn 4. If he doesn't, he got very close. Now, can we get Burton to close that gap to the back bumper to 6th car? Now, Corey also closing the gap to Dan. 3 cars under a blanket. Car load on there. That's a night of party people into the inside wall. Oh, Dan into the outside wall. How about Corey down low looking for the race lead? Burton goes by for second. Burton maybe looking for the lead.
Clutch
Now
for third.
Burton all over the back bumper. Now he's up to the inside of the 6th car. He'll clear Corey off of turn 2. Maybe not. Corey's strong on that outside lane. How about Clutch joining this battle? 4 cars under a blanket for the race lead.
And here comes Dan again on the outside.
Dan on the outside. Superman on that outside. Out of nowhere and back to the race lead. And Clutch in the grass. He'll come back up in front of the 24. Looks like we stay green for the time being. Nobody's called it. Caution on the speedway, and the race leaders are side by side. Corey and Dan. Here we go to turn 3. Who's gonna get it?
Dan has the outside. He's good on the outside.
Yep, I think he's gonna get it. Corey drives it in deep, but Dan's gonna get that run on the exit. Side by side on 4. Corey with the advantage. Side by side to the line. It's Dan.
Wow!
Wow!
Some aerial footage
What a race back
either.
to the flag! Dan, Corey, Burton, your top 3. That was wicked.
Dear, dear, dear.
What a race they are putting on. These Outlaw Cup Series cars, they never fail to put on a great show. But here we go. Pit road is open this time. What is this caution on?
I don't know.
Might be 37-24. That makes sense. Alright, so that is our 5th. This is our 5th manual caution of the day. Let's see how these drivers fare on pit road. So here we go. Here we go, the field coming out of pit road. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, Corey gets body slammed by the 3 car. Oh my goodness, this field is dying back here. This is not fair. This is a terrible patch. Somebody send this to 704 games for ruining the quality of this league race. I'm gonna compile the video clip after this race. This is terrible. So we're double wide, ready to go. Dan chooses the outside lane. He'll have Corey down low. Row 2 will have Burton, Randy. Row 3, Grizzly, and Malenko. Double wide, ready to go here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. We're gonna go green with 42 laps to go. Green flag back in here. We're racing at Gateway. Soaring into turn 1. Dan up high, trying to clear Corey. Side by side out of 2. Dan and Corey make slight contact, and Dan is clear, Corey. Very slight, but that's just from what we can see on the helicopter.
I thought it was a good year.
So with 41 laps to go here at Gateway, now Burton beating the back bumper of the 6 car off. The 12 way down low. A lot of jostling for position back here. Whoa, the 12 of Dakfu sliding up the track.
3 wide.
3 and close to 4 wide back here. Dakfu, Miz making contact. Party People looks to make it 4 wide. He definitely will think better of that. 3 wide into turn 1. Dakfu slides way up the track and puts himself in the outside wall.
Wow.
I think he got to the brakes late there, trying to edge out the other competitors into turn 1. Corey and Burton still nose to tail. This is the battle for second going on. Corey up high. This is going to give Burton the advantage. Corey may be trying to get a crossover on this 3 car, or at least get the run on the exit. He'll look to the outside of the 3. Big time. Huge run for the 6.
Oh, yes. That 6 car wants the second place back. He wants to try to get
back
back
into
first
turn
place.
3. Corey up high. Burton down low. Corey trying to fight to that that right rear quarter panel. Burton clears Corey off of turn 4.
So, what would your expectations be for the end of this?
Well, my expectations are for the end of this, we're definitely going to get 1 pit stop before this one's over. Remember, these guys can go about 30 to 35 laps on tires. Tires.
Okay.
Alright, well, some are going to be a little ballsy and go 37 on tires, but we expect 1 more pit stop before the end of this. So yeah, right now we have just entered the pit window, so we should see drivers making green flag pit stops somewhere between now and the end of the race. I know it's a large window, but it's just honest. Are they going to either split this last stint in half, or are they going to try to kind of run this stint to the end of their tire life and pit at the end maybe 2 tires and a splash? Well, I would never take 2 tires at this racetrack. Some people may be crazy enough to do it. So it'll be interesting to see. I believe at this point the field is getting very strung out. That is going to be hard to cause another caution. Not impossible, but very minimal battles around the racetrack that are very that are tension points in the field. That I think there's going to be another caution this race. I doubt that. I'm trying to. No, I'm kidding. But back up front, Dan trying to hold off Burton. I think we're setting ourselves up for a good run to the end, and we'll see what happens. Burton trying to stick that nose inside the 20 car, but Dan just so good on exit.
Oh yeah, Dan's got the corners on the high corners down packed on this track.
Dan has this track memorized like the back of his hand.
Ooh.
By the end of tonight, these drivers will log close to 270 laps of racing at this racetrack.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot of laps.
Sure is. I don't know. But they do get a lot of practice in for jets.
They do get a lot of practice, and there is a caution on the speedway.
Oh. Who?
41 and 13. They said caution's out. Run it back.
Probably. It looks like Dan's gonna be.
And Dan's gonna win the race back to the flag.
Caution.
Yes, because now they can make it to the end on tires, unless you just use up your tires like they're like they're paper, but.
Or unless someone wants to go ballsy and
Pit road is open. This could be the final pit stop of the day.
not pit. Why is the 3 ahead of the 20?
The 3 car is passing the 20 under caution.
Why is that?
What are they doing? He's about to spin him. I don't know why he was trying to pass Dan. I don't think they were working together. That did not look like they were working together. I don't know.
You can just hear the beat and banging of the
Yep.
pedal.
Here we go. Pit road is in full swing.
Oh my.
The 20 car comes out in front of the 6 car. And Burton, has issues coming out of pit road along with the rest of the field. What else is new? I had a helicopter shot of what was happening entering the pit access lane.
Did you?
It's just a mad mess coming off a pit lane. I mean, these drivers are all over the place.
It looks like some cars are gonna go down pit road again.
Yeah, the pit road is. Yep, we're not going green this time, and it's on. Look at how many cars are pitting for pit damage. This is nutty. Look at how many cars. Look at this, dude. What is going on? Why is this a problem? A lot of angry emails are coming to 704 games out of tonight. Or they're not even 704 games anymore. They rebranded or something like that, huh? So this caution was started by the 41 car, right? That's his first strike. All right, your first strike. So this is our 6th manual caution of the night.
And it's extended because of what happened on pit road.
Yeah, almost every caution tonight has been an extended caution due to pit road melee. It's definitely going to be a highlight tonight on Sports Center. And Sports Center's got nothing else to report, okay? This is a Sports Center top 10 highlight. Alright, we're going to go 1 to go on this caution this time by. No. Yeah, it's the people who's wrecked. Burton and Miz. They're going to be famous.
And mind you, everybody, that 20 has barely no damage on it, if not any.
Alright, so we will be going green with 28 laps to go here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Let's go through our restart order. Row 1, we have Dan on the outside, Corey down low. Row 2, we have Bert and Party People. Row 3, we have Malenko and Grizzly. Row 4, we have Addy and Randy. I'm sorry, that's not Malenko. That's Dylan in 5th, and we have Grizzly in 6th. We have Addy 7th, and Randy 8th. Miz 9th, and Malenko 10th. Double wide and ready to go. The 20 of Dan is going to lead us to the green here as the field approaches the restart zone. Green flag back in here. We're racing once again at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. 28 buckaroos to go. So Dan cleared to the race lead over Corey.
That is a
and
very
party
good
people
question.
right now, third Malik go way up the track back there.
Did you hear that question, Emerson?
I'm sorry?
It was Sticky's question.
Well, it'll be hard to tell that because you'd think Dan, but if Dan has to get into a battle, you would think Dan's going to be able to save the tires. But if he gets into a heated battle with Corey, it might not come down to that. Now we are restarting with 28 laps to go. He has a lot of tire to use up. It might be something, but we'll see what happens. A lot of contact back in the pack. The 12 car hits the safer barrier. I believe he was following the 47 and the 24 as well. There's just a lot of cars hitting the safer barrier back there.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, entering turn 1, that was tough. But how about Burton working his way back into third?
Oh, Burton's back in third.
He's back in the pack. Look, how about these? Okay, so how about these top 3? Dan, Corey, Burton. We've talked about these 3 all day, but we haven't talked about party people much today. But remember, when he was a series regular, I mean, hell, he won the championship last season. He's fast. Oh, and around goes the 6th car. He tries to downshift. He spun it right around trying to downshift. Downshift a little too early. He kept it going, yeah. But that is... That's right. He only... to be fair, he only lost 1, maybe 2 spots. Yeah, that's amazing car control from that 6th car.
That's amazing. The fact they can do a full 360 and keep it under control and keep going after that is quite amazing.
So how about the 3 car of Burton trying to close the gap? He's right. Sorry about closing the gap. He's there. He's trying to find a way around that 20 car. Yeah. Dan leads. Burton will have 22 to go this time. Heading back into turn 1. Burton trying to size up Dan again. These tires are good to the end. Dan slides up. Burton with the run off the exit. Dan trying to clear him using the outside. Burton trying to diamond the corner a little bit better than Dan. But he slides on exit. Looking down low, got a good run. He's gonna drive it into turn 1. And he's clear of Dan. Dan's trying to fight back on the outside. Burton's clear of Dan. Down the backstretch. The turn 3. Now can Dan get him back? We'll be coming around to 20 laps to go here at Gateway. Oh, a big wreck! The 47's wrecked on the backstretch.
447.
Caution on the speedway, and the 3 cars are race leader. 20 laps to go. Caution on the speedway. This is the 47 and 95. Who was the cause? Big accident. The 95 hit the wall, caught the 12. So 95's caused, but who's the second car? And
the top 3 decide this. Oh.
Well, I think he caught the 12, and the 47 kind of spun trying to avoid him.
That's weird. I literally just saw Corey, Dan, and Burton go up the track, but yet they decided to go in the pits.
95 cars, 47 is the second car. Alright. So our 7th caution of the day. Nobody has caused a second caution. That is good on them because they would be parked if they did. But with 20 laps to go, now 19 as they cross the start-finish line. Here you go, these drivers are down and away. Dan and Burton racing on the pit exit. Dan wins the race off pit road. Oh, and a huge melee behind them. The 9's gone around. The 11's on the racetrack. Oh, this is terrible. Again, this may have to be another lap added to this caution period, as drivers are going to have to pit to repair damage. It depends. I mean, the way they're wrecking off a pit road, it's probably not a little bit of damage. Yeah, look at 1 to go. Look at all these cars coming back to pit road. The 3 car comes straight off the racetrack.
And that moves Dan into first, Corey into second.
Alright, so this is at least going to add this lap to the caution period, possibly a second lap, because there's just so many cars on pit road and a lot of damage. So we're at 18 laps to go. This time by the stripe will be 17 to go. Dan and Corey make up your front row. Now cars are coming off the pit lane. Looks like everybody should be caught up. Oh, well, the 95 is actually still on pit road. Never mind, 95 is just coming out of his pit box. .95. So it looks like we're still going. The 20 and the 6 make up the front row. Dan on the outside. No, they called it off. Whoa. That could have been worse. Yeah, the 95 is just catching up to the field. He must have had a lot of damage.
I think the only people that didn't really want to push it was the outside lane was the only ones that really didn't push.
So we are going green this time by. We'll be going green with 16 laps to go here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Again, Dan up high, Corey down low. Row 2 we have Randy and Clutch. Row 3 Party People and Dak. Fu. Row 4 we have Malenko and Devin. So here we go, doubled up,
okay,
ready to go. And green flag back in the air. Dan leads us back to green with 16 laps to go. Heading into turn 1, can he clear Corey on the exit of turn 2?
Oh no, it looks like the 20's backing down.
No, I don't know if he backed it down more than he just overdrove turn 1, but side by side down the back, Dan with the advantage. Into turn 1, Dan clears Corey. Into turn 3, 15 laps to go. This time by the start-finish line. They're all exciting. Let's not burn out the term, because they are all exciting. This is wild. Yeah. It's wild what we get to sit here and watch every Tuesday and Wednesday night. And just two of the best going at it, Corey and Dan. The class of the field all day. Dan's definitely been the class of this racetrack this weekend. He's won 2 of the 3 races tonight, and he's got 14 more laps to pencil his name in tonight. I would guess the guy right behind him. I think that the last person to sweep would be that 6th car. But now they're side by side down the back stretch. Dan with the advantage. Back into 3. They both slide up. How about Clutch now in 3rd, joining this battle. We'll have 13 laps to go. A lot of jostling for position towards the back. But this is all up front. We have the 20, the 6, the 37, and the 62 all up here. Now Corey looking down low. He got a great exit off of turn 2. It's a diamond the corner behind into turn 3. Dan with the advantage up high. Dan trying to clear Corey on exit. But Dan's just protecting what I never thought I'd say is protecting that outside lane. 12 laps to go. You can put a blanket over the top 3. Randy trying to join that battle as well. Burton's broken away from the rest of the field. Now the top 5. Party wanting to join in on this battle. Make it a 6-car battle for the win, why don't you? 5 cars, nose to tail, 11 laps to go. What's it gonna come down to? Dan sliding up the track. He's gonna try to diamond the corner, but Corey's down there. You got a fender down there. They make contact out of turn 2. Corey with the advantage into turn 3. Corey clear of Dan into turn 3. But Corey gets on the curbing. And Dan goes right up on the outside. Side by side for the race lead. Clutch in the wings. Off of turn 4. Corey with the advantage. Dan up high. At the line, that was the 20. It was the 20. I watched from the helicopter. It was the 20. But now Corey looks to clear Dan. Corey is clear. Burden up to 3rd. Trying to clear the 37 of Clutch. Hello, 3 car. And hello into the inside of the 20 car. Burton muscles his way to the inside of the 20 and up to 2nd. 10 laps to go. Coming around to 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go. Actually, we're coming around to 8 laps to go.
Let's not get that far ahead. Oh, the 3 hit the wall.
Yeah, 3 into the wall. Now Dan goes right on by. Corey is opening that margin. Trying to spoil the party of Dan sweeping this week. Clutch and Burton now going toe-to-toe for 3rd. Dan is clear up to 2nd. Now he's going to try to chase down that Acorn car. 7 laps to go. I'm sorry, 8 laps to go. Corey already made a mistake. Yep, in this stint. So it'll be interesting to see, can he keep that car glued to that white line, but not under that white line, as he tries to hold on to the race lead he has. 7 laps to go here at Gateway. Everybody going wide off of turn 4. Remember, turns 3 and 4 is a very long sweeping left-hand corner. It is very hard to judge when you can get back onto the throttle. Dan has been the master of that. I'm sure Corey is very good at it, but looks like Dan may just be a little bit better. Look at that gap. Look at the stick car getting bigger and bigger out the front of that 20 car's windshield. 6 laps to go. Burton beating the back bumper of the 20 car off. 6 laps to go at Gateway.
And we got the 20 closing in on the 6.
Yeah, Dan, look, this just shows the speed that Dan has, but more importantly, just able to stay calm behind the wheel in the late laps, trying to chase down the race leader, knowing that it's Corey, of all people, he's trying to catch.
Oh, yes.
How about 5 laps to go here at Gateway? 3 cars under a blanket. Who's gonna win? Clutch and Randy in the wings of all three of them wreck. Burton to the inside of Dan just when he caught up to Corey. He puts Dan in the wall. Coming
That's
around
gotta
the
be a
4 to go.
caution.
Oh. Wow, that is wild. Burton might have just taken out the most dominant car today.
Wow. I'm
So
speechless.
3
Like, I
laps to
don't know
go
what
here at
say.
Gateway. Corey has a sizable margin over the 3 of Burton. Burton trying to close that gap.
Yeah, but if Burton closes that gap, is he gonna do the same thing? Is what the 20
Yeah.
what happened to the 20?
The 6 of Corey now approaching the lap car of Dylan. Not a good day for him. It's his first race here in the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Cup Series. Coming around to 2 laps to go. Let's see if he just stays out of the leader's way. He's staying down low. Now, 2 laps to go.
Wow.
And now we're coming around through turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air. It's all about the 6 of Corey. Burton try as he might, trying to catch that 6 car. Corey's got to navigate 4 more corners, though.
More now.
2 more corners for Corey. Down the back straightaway. Most of these drivers, they're just happy to get out of this track. In a race probably Dan should have won. Not even of his own doing. It's going to come off of turn number 4. The 6 car of Corey is going to win here at Gateway. Burton comes home second. In a wild final few laps.
Easily a final, exciting, very well.
This is definitely going to be one of these posters interviews you're going to want to stay for. The 37 of Clutch comes home third. A great run for him. Tries, you know, he tried hard all day and he got a podium spot there to pay off for that, but
Honestly, I want to hear from Dan on what happened.
Oh, we just might. This is gonna be interesting. Somebody,
And I think the viewers would like to hear.
somebody get some security. somebody get some security down there in the garage. It might get nasty.
Might want to get the ambulance over there just in case. In case they have to go to the trauma center for a headache. They're gonna have a concussion.
All right, so let's try to get our top 3 in here. Clutch, Burton, Corey. Are you gonna do your interview, or are you?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm quite shocked about this.
Hold on.
Corey
Hold
did
on,
not
hold on there. So Corey, are you actually going to do your interview, or are you giving it up, or what are you doing? All right, he's going to give it up to, I believe it's the fastest car of the day, Dan, who did win the fastest lap point. Oh.
Uh-oh. Might want to get some security down in that garage now.
Alright, so before we get to that, let's get Clutch in here. Let's get his thoughts. He got a nice quiet third place finish. Somebody let Clutch know to unmute us if he has us muted. And share. Okay. All right, and then share your party audio. Do you know how to do that, or do you have to walk you through it? All right, cool. Let us know when you're ready. All right, and we're joined by our third place finisher here tonight, driver to number 37, Clutch. You have to claw and fight your way for that third place finish, but tell us about this race.
All I know is that Corey and Dan were unbeatable tonight. I knew I had a top 5 car. Halfway through the race, I realized downshifting was making me faster. But other than that, the car was great. I really had nothing else to say. I'd like to hear from Dan.
You like to hear from that? Or you want to stay in this party, Ben?
Everybody wants to hear from Dan.
All right. Well, I guess if that's you concluding your interview, congratulations on the third place finish, and good luck to you next week at Mid-Ohio.
Thank you.
All right. Who should we talk to first, Dan or Burton?
Burton. I want to hear from Burton first.
Burton, you in here? You got us? All right. Make sure your party audio is shared. All right. We're joined by our second place finisher, driver of the number 3 car, Burton. Burton, how are you feeling?
I didn't get enough to chance to show the car's potential. I had something for the 6, and the 20 kept hanging on my door and whatever he was trying to do, but we had a good run. So good points day for us.
Tell me about your car today. What do you think was its limitations, causing it to maybe not show what you could do?
It was more of a long run car. I needed more green flag runs. So.
All right. I guess enough
we didn't
messing
get that, man. But when we did, I got up to where I wanted to go. I just didn't get past where I needed to go.
All right. I guess now it's enough horsing around. We're gonna ask the big question. What happened between you and Dan there in the waning laps?
I think we just ran out of room. I think he got loose coming off the corner, and pretty much, everybody been getting loose there all night. But
yeah, that track has a
pretty.
We were
it is a tough.
Close.
It's a tough
he
track.
He used me up a little bit in 3 and 4, and I used him in 1 and 2, and then we kept going back and forth. I guess that shit's gonna happen. But it wasn't no contact between us that done it. He legitimately got loose, and then
it was definitely contact with us.
Right. If you don't think contact racing down there in the middle of the corner and then slamming somebody in the doors contact, then you need to recognize it.
I'm gonna put it out. I'm just gonna put it out there. Bumping is racing, rubbing is racing.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna put it at that and leave it right there, and I'm not gonna say another word because.
Yeah. It was a wild race. It's a tough track to drive. But you did get a second place finish out of it. I know you want to do one spot better. Congratulations on your second place finish, and good luck to you next week at Mid-Ohio.
Thanks you guys for all y'all do.
Thank you.
All right, on to Dan.
All right. Hey, Dan. How you doing?
Got a copy on us first?
You'll find out.
All right, making sure your audio's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not very thrilled.
So tell me about your car tonight. It looked like that car was on rails.
Fuck with me, little bitch.
Burton, you can say what you want, bro. I ran you clean the entire fucking race, and
You
you want to
beat my
wreck me?
fucking doors off the whole goddamn race. I couldn't even get around you because you're a roadblock. Me and Corey could have had the race going, but you were a fucking roadblock. Okay.
Except for I was
that when you were
faster
driving
than
through
you
the
most of
field,
the
you
race.
rear-ended everyone. Hit everyone in the rear end when you came up. I was letting you by and you rear-ended me into 3. I'm letting you by and you're just like, shunt! And I'm going up the fucking track while I'm trying to let you by because you're trying to move up too fast because you went in the back because you had to fix damage. You're just trying to shunt everyone out of the way while you're trying to move up to the pack. When I have the fastest car, you don't see me fucking making you fly into a corner.
Emerson?
Yeah, just let them hash it out. Kind of leave it open mic.
Well, watch my video. That's all I can tell you. I'm not gonna sit here and.
I watched you hit me multiple times, bro. Clutch had a good view of it. Ask him what happened. You piece of shit.
Ooh. All right. Burden has
Okay,
left
Emerson,
the chat.
you can continue.
Tell me about your car tonight. It looked like it was a great car.
My car was fantastic. Like, he said I got loose. At the end of the race, dude, my car was never getting loose. I tightened it up so much through the race so it wouldn't get loose. For that reason.
Oh, see,
And
so
I was
my
faster than
idea
him
was
90% of the race because he kept dropping to the back because he was getting wrecked or getting involved in wrecks because of his own doing. I'm sorry, you can't race anybody clean, bro.
Well, yeah, that is why it was always back
Yeah,
there. Yeah, it was.
That is true, but how many cars did he actually make contact with on the track to move them out of the way?
I know he did.
He
me
moved Corey
twice.
out of the way. He
Oh,
moved
yeah,
11 out of the
I know.
way.
I know. Yeah, I knew I hit you, Miz, once, and I was telling Devin.
He moved
Devin
me out of the
to say
way,
sorry. I was
so I
trying to
moved
let you
him
by
back.
there and accidentally hit you.
I moved him back out of the way so I could get back in front of him. And then coming off turn 2, he decides not to turn the car and puts me straight in the wall. So,
I'm just at the end of the race. I'm giving him the bottom. I move to the outside, and he follows me to the outside and pushes me.
oh, I already did. I'm just not, like... Me and Corey ran how many laps side by side together?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that for you.
He's fine. He centered himself pretty well. Yeah.
But what I don't understand is I ran everybody clean. I ran Corey clean. And then all of a sudden he gets up there the first time with me, actually battling with me, and he wants to wreck me because he knows that he can't beat me cleanly. Okay. It's good to know. The best person to ask what happened is Clutch because he was right behind us. Like, I tried to race everybody clean. I ran Clutch clean. Like, I race clean. I am not out here to wreck you. But if you want to wreck me,
people on faster.
things are going to change. I'm not even joking. Things will change.
So,
if you want to wreck me, I will race a lot harder and a lot more aggressive. That's what you want.
Up here in the booth, we only see exactly what we're able to see, but it did really look like Dan had the best car tonight. It was a heartbreaking incident what happened there at the end of the race between him and the 3 car. But it was a great race overall. It was full of action. There was 7 cautions tonight, but that amount of cautions didn't put any damper on the quality of racing we got tonight. It was absolutely great. Thank you all for tuning in on Facebook Live and YouTube tonight. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday for the Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series race at Mid-Ohio, and next Wednesday night for the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Cup Series race at Mid-Ohio. You won't want to miss it, and we'll see these guys turn left and right for a change.
Don't forget about the Xfinity.
Yep, and the Xfinity will follow right. The Bandits race will follow right after the Gunman Truck Series race. Yep. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Make sure y'all stay safe. If the nation's asking you to quarantine yourself, do that. We want to keep y'all around as long as we can. Until then, we will see y'all.